Go ahead and start. Thanks. Today we are giving an introduction training on Ready, Set, Go. Oh my goodness, am I excited about this concept, you guys, because I realize for the brand new person that started out with a free boss, they have so many questions and we are in transition at the moment, right? And we may not be able to answer all of the questions, but with this training, we want to equip them practically on how to not only come in with a boss, but how to make a mind shift as an entrepreneur, how to understand the business system that you find yourself in, and really practically equip them with something that they can use the next hour, right? And next action step. Tams, when we started the business, when I started 15, 16 months ago, I was trying to find my way, and there was so much information out there that I felt the perfect word was discombobulated, right? I felt overwhelmed. I was like trying to figure out where to start. What do I need to give? And I try to understand everything, right? The products, the comp plan, how I'm going to do it, the marketing plan. But really, my desire is for everybody to have a step-by-step action plan. Don't worry too much about information wat jou de mekaar gaan maak. I don't even know how to say it, right? Moenie deur mekaar raak nie. Don't get mixed up, right? Just focus on the next step. And that is what Ready, Set, Go is all about. And so today, I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown on what the program is about, because I want you to go ahead and share it with your teams. These trainings will be recorded. First of all, let me say that Ready, Set, Go is open for anybody. If you are in the US, if you are on my team, if you are not on my team, if you are on Tammy's team or not on Tammy's team, it does not matter. You are so welcome to join us for this training. I just think it's something that is really needed, Tams, and you know, the more the merrier. Tammy and I like to be inclusive as far as possible. So this training, feel free to share it with anybody that you think might benefit from it. Then I want to give you a little bit of a breakdown. Please take note of this. For the next 3 weeks, on a Monday, 12 Mountain Time, every week for the next 3 weeks, right? So starting next week as week 1, we will have this training. So we won't change the time slot. We won't change information. I'll keep the Zoom link the same. So you can know that there's consistency. 12 Mountain Time, 8 p.m. SA time. And we have put together a system that I want you to understand. With every training, we will offer appropriate for that specific level. We will offer NewAge specific information to you. It might be the website, a quick rundown to just help you with a quick overview of the website for the new person. It might be, we know in Africa we have 9 ways of revenue share. Maybe just list the 9 ways, right? I believe soon we will have a lot more relevant information being released to us by corporate. I get that information as Tams and I get it on our desk. I will weave it into what we have put together so that we can stay relevant and not present you with outdated information when it comes to NewAge. So I'm trying really hard to stay in step with you know, what corporate gives us, we will be in step with them. We're not going to run ahead of them. We're not going to stay behind. we will be relevant as they release information to us. So there will be a new age appropriate piece of information for you with every week, designed for the guy, I'm saying this again, that just started out with a boss. If you have been with us for months and maybe a year or more, maybe you will be a little bit frustrated with the information, but I still want you to gather your teams. So what? New age specific information, right? Step number 2 will be a management principle. You have to understand you are starting a business and you are in the business of building networks. This is a network. So management will look different in this business than in a corporate setting. And Tam, I'm going to ask you in a few minutes to share on that, but I just want everybody to know there will be a management principle appropriate for that level every week. There will also be a leadership principle. This is something that I want, especially my team, they're just absolute amazing leaders, but I believe that the success of your business will either rise or fall to the degree of your leadership. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, I'm battling, but if they really stop, then they can assess that maybe they are not leading well. So leadership is key in this business. And I want you all to develop into the leaders that you want to become, right? None of us have arrived. Tams, you've not arrived. I've not arrived. Nick Papas, well, maybe Nick has arrived. But the fact of the matter is we can all grow and we need to grow. And we need to become people that are worthy of other people following us, right? So there will be a leadership truth every single week. And this is something that I'm excited about. Melton has designed a practical action template for you for every week. This will enable you to have a printout that you can send to your teams to say, for this week, just this week, make sure that everything on this action template is checked off. And that will be just, that is amazing to have something to work from. It's not just a virtual training. It's actually a document that you can go through, check it off with your people and know that they are on par and ready for the next week training. Tam, you have so much experience building teams actually all over the world now, right? Talk to us just, I think it's so important for us to understand the importance of managing and what that looks like, because nobody works for anybody here, right? You work for yourself. Talk to us a little bit about your experience on not only relevant info about the company and all of that, but about managing and leading well.
Wow, that's a big question, right? There's a lot to that. And, but maybe today I just want to share a couple of things that as we launch Africa, because I'm speaking specifically right now to South Africa and the countries in South Africa and Nigeria as well. We have a lot of Nigerians on our Zoom tonight. But I want us to think of a couple things and keep it in our minds as we are building our organizations. One of the most important people, in fact, I would argue the most important person in your organization is the very newest person that just signed for this business. It's the very newest person. Let me tell you why I love the very newest person. Now, granted, they don't know a lot. They'll have a lot of questions, but what they have is enthusiasm, belief, desire. And so I want you to make sure every new person that enters your organization, think about what it was like. I was just talking to Erika about this when Lee got her pack of products back in the day, Franco. I don't know if you remember that. I'm sure you were videotaping it. But she opened up that pack of products. And there she is, hi Lee. And she said, I've never done anything like this before. I feel so awkward, but it was fabulous because we got to see the brand new person experiencing that unboxing experience, seeing those products, knowing that her life was going to be transformed with this opportunity. And so she was the most important person in my life that day because it was her first experience. We can never forget if you get 100 people, 200, 500 people in your organization, 1,000 and beyond, the most important person is that new person. And to get them started effectively is your number one job. It's the most important thing you do. And so why this training is so effective, it helps people to start from the very bottom, getting a free boss, and then what are the next steps? And so I want to encourage you as you build these big organizations. Some of you on this Zoom already have thousands and thousands and thousands of people ready to run the business. So I want you to remember this tool that Erika and Melton have so graciously created for all of you is to help people to walk through that. So you as a leader to them is to call them out, to encourage them, to say, get on a Zoom. I don't do, or a live. Oh, I don't do lives. Well, this is a good time to start. and let them know it's okay not to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. And quite frankly, people don't even relate to that. They relate to people being authentic. They relate to real enthusiasm. As Ren Palmer says, you know, people will drive, if you drive for miles and miles around, if you put yourself on fire, people will come watch you burn. People want the enthusiasm. They want that excitement. So that's one of the most important things. And I also want you, as you are launching your teams right now, to remember, we want to set people up immediately for success. When I started in this business, I started with no background in network marketing, zero. So that should encourage everybody on this Zoom right now. I had no experience, but I've learned a few things. And when I started out, I thought, well, I won't talk to people about just the business because it's easier to sell a set of drops than it is to get somebody into the whole business. But I did people a huge disservice because what happened was they had a result with the product. They said, wow, I wonder if I can make some extra income with this. And I never even told them about it. And so I realize now I lead with helping people start out the very best. And so right now we have the opportunity when these packs come out, 200 PV, in the United States, it's 1,500 PV to get exactly what you're getting. So it's, you know, what they've done for Africa is truly remarkable. And I'll tell you, Erika fought for this for you. I was on many, many Zooms where she went to bat for this. And
we did it together though.
But you led the way with it because you understood the culture. There's so much to it. But so I want you to prepare your people. You know, I want you to get your notebook out. Who's on your team? What's their number? How are you going to be able to communicate with them as soon as those packs are released? How are you going to get them to that level of unboxing where they're going to get on a Zoom they're going to get on a live and they're going to do an unboxing experience? Preparation meets opportunity, folks, every time. Are you preparing your people to get that pack and get started at the ultimate level, highest paid out? And then, you know, we're coming along with you with the hero's journey. You're going to hear more and more about the hero's journey. But part of that is to help people to use that pack of products and to sell those products retail and to get their money back, to get more than their money back from that pack. So we want to successfully set up people from the get-go. That's what excellent leadership is. It's to challenge people to do the very best and highest good that they can in this business. So Erika, that's just kind of what I have on my heart. There's so many things we can talk to, but I want to encourage you, the very newest person that signed up with a boss, get them on this training, get them prepared. Right there, and I'm old fashioned. Look at, I have a big old notebook, but I write things down. I write people's names. People don't want to be a number. People want to be a name. They want to be a relationship. Write their name, write their number. How are you going to contact them? How are they going to know when this opportunity, when they can dash out of the gate, start making some income for their family, start creating more opportunity with their family. How are you going to do that? So, Erika, that's really what I wanted to share today. It was actually been on my heart all weekend. If you just know that Africa, you are on my heart and my mind all the time, 24/7, thinking about in these next few days what we're looking at. So I hope that was helpful.
Oh, whatever you say is always helpful. I mean, she's beauty and brains all in one, right? That's just how it is. Guys, one thing that I know happens and is happening at the moment is we are chasing numbers, right? You want to be out of the gate with a big army. I get that. I'm all for it. I celebrate it. But I want you to also understand that every person that is on an RX ID number represents a family. And that family has been entrusted to you. Now, we cannot build their businesses for them, and we refuse to do so because then, that defeats the purpose. But we need to make sure that we at least train them with appropriate information at the appropriate moments. So, Tams, for this week, in preparation for Ready, Set, Go, what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that all your skapies in kraal, what do we say? Like all your sheep are in one, like where do you keep sheep? Yeah.
In a little pen.
In a pen.
I don't know
like
what it's called.
You want to make sure
I think about pigs being in a pen, so I'm not sure it's the same thing.
But you get the idea. I want you to see those numbers as the people entrusted to you, and your number one goal, ducks in a row. Yeah, Gemma, ducks in a row. I want you to make your number one goal to get information to all your ducks in your row, okay? So that we can know that we have a communication channel in our distribution channel. Don't let them hop around, and we don't want to lose them. So one of the things I want you to do, and we have spoken about this, make sure they are all registered on your Hype campaign. Tams, I looked at all the prizes that were won. Oh my gosh, we had Botswana win prizes. Yolandi Coopers won. Nick Papas won a beautiful polo bag, right, that Marina is wearing, I hope. I mean, Heidri, you guys won. So many people that we knew won on the Hype campaign. Jim bought Woolies foods that he liked for Andri. Because she's the boss in the house. But I'm just saying, we all know people who benefited from the Hype campaign. I want you to make sure everybody on your team has registered and is a part of the Hype campaign. Let us show the world how Africa does it, you guys, right? We do everything in fun, but we do it in excellence, and we can do better than what we've done. I want you to blast the winners of the Hype campaign on social media. I want to create a buzz on social media about the Hype campaign. And if you know the person that won, send them a text. Say, hey, can I use your photo? Can I brag on you a little bit, right? So make it a community effort to really push the Hype campaign. And then, Tams, one thing that I also want to push is make sure, now I know Africa is different, not everybody has data, we understand all of that, but just in terms of getting your own communication channels ready, make sure everyone is connected on the official NewAge. I wonder if somebody can type in the chat box the official NewAge social media links for Instagram and Facebook. If you can just, for South Africa, type it in there, that would be awesome, so that you can make sure you and your team are on those pages. As they release information, You will get it most probably before Tams and I get it, because we will be in La La Land and you'll get information. Okay, thank you. Jared is on the call. Thank you so much, Jared, for posting that. I appreciate that. Let's make sure we rally and get behind what Jared is trying to do, and let's support corporate also in getting out all the information. Then the other thing that I want to encourage you to do is, if you are a team leader, make sure you have a WhatsApp group with all your core leaders on there. There is no way Tam and I, or any leader, I don't care how good you are, you cannot communicate with the masses, right? We need to break it down. We need to make sure that everybody is plugged into a community that they belong to. Now, make sure your core leadership is on a WhatsApp group. If you have a team, you want to have a WhatsApp group team, right? So that when you get info, you can send it through and everybody gets it. I also want to encourage you, if you are big enough and if you feel you are ready for that responsibility, it's not for everybody, but Sam, we are strong proponents of having Facebook groups, where if you have a team, then, and your team is big enough, you want to create a team culture. So start your own Facebook group, you guys, where you can share information that comes onto your desk that you know might be beneficial to your team. I'm looking at the comments. Welcome, Botswana. Botswana is just, I mean, they are sizzling hot at the moment. They are smoking it. For Botswana, I want to suggest a Facebook group that feels like Botswana. It's got Botswana's vibe to it, right? It's for the Botswana people, and they have strong leadership there, very strong leaders. I want to encourage you, let your leaders shine in this moment. We say it every day, Tams. It's easy to preach. You and I say it, it's not about us, right? But as a leader, now is the time to lift them. Yes. And to celebrate them and to tell them, well done. You want to brag on your team, right? So that's the only way, in my opinion, to do it, Tams. Right? So make sure you've got your own infrastructure set up. I also want to mention to you, every Thursday, Tam and I will be having our business opportunity Zoom every Thursday. But I also want to ask you, in fact, I almost want to beg you, do not wait on me and Tams. You need to take responsibility. If you feel that a business opportunity Zoom is needed for your people, do one. Invite us, invite your uplines, make it big, you guys. It's your business, right? So take responsibility and start doing your own Zooms. It doesn't matter how many people jumped on. Sam, do you remember when we started? I think our first Zoom, we had 8 people on it.
And I also want to tell you, the first Zoom, we had 8 people. And the first time I did an event at my house for business opportunity, and I had invited maybe 50 people to come. I was super excited, had the whole thing ready to go, snacks, appetizers, the whole thing. And I promise you, 2 people showed up, and they were both reps that I had already signed. Why do I encourage you? I'm just shooting straight with you. I encourage you, don't give up. Keep building. And, you know, we ended up doing a once a week event for 15 months. And in 15 months, our team went to $500,000 in sales. And so that's incredible, but you can't give up. Don't let numbers scare you. Just put something out there, put the seed in the ground, let the sun and the rain come on it. Don't keep digging it up, seeing if it's growing yet. You just leave it there and keep investing. But I love the idea of teams doing Zooms. It doesn't have to be these big Zooms of 100 people. This is wonderful. And it really is powerful for people to see that there's a lot of people doing what you're doing. But there's also something to doing a Zoom with 2, 3, 5 people, because there's more intimacy in that and more questions can be answered. So there's benefit to both. So integrate both into your business.
Yeah, it's so important. Never despise the day of small beginnings. If we had been discouraged with that, I think Tams and I would have quit months ago, right? So don't even look at it. Just you focus on your dream and what you want to see accomplished. Tams, then I also just want to say, for logistical reasons, so you can bank on a Monday training from me and Tam, and you can bank on a Thursday opportunity Zoom going forward, right? And we're looking at a Super Saturday on the 31st. We're still trying to plan all of that. Keep your eyes on social media. But please take note, after our prospecting Zoom on a Thursday, a teaser video will be released that will be promoting the topics and the trainers for Ready, Set, Go for the next Monday. So not only are we going to give you a Zoom link, we are going to give you a short little video that you can send out to your teams on a Thursday. So that will be after 9 p.m. your time in South Africa. That video will be released and you can send it to your teams with a link so that everybody knows what the topics will be for the next Monday. Tam and I'm very excited to announce that although, you know, you and me and Mel, we sat together and we came up with the topics and the curriculum, we will have NewAge Southern Africa movement leaders training on these topics. And going forward, you will see them evolve and emerge. And I know Nick is doing something similar with his team leaders as well. And I want to encourage you, be innovative in terms of pushing your team leaders out there. But I'm excited to announce to you that next week, Monday, Tammy will be speaking on a section. I believe Melton made an arrangement with you, Tam. What are you going to be speaking on Monday?
On how to communicate who is NewAge. So that when people say, well, what's NewAge? That you have a way to communicate clearly and simply what we are and what we're about. And so I'm going to be addressing that issue, a simple way to communicate on what is NewAge.
I love it. People want to know, what is all of this? And the next question they will ask is, how am I going to make money out of it, right? And so the next topic for Monday will be presented by Fruan Landman, our financial guru, right? And it's going to be a quick overview that Fruan will be giving on the 9 ways to revenue share with NewAge. And this is specifically for Southern Africa.
Absolutely.
So, and then just a disclaimer, Tam, you and I are brand partners. We're not corporate. I don't have everything under control. Tammy doesn't either. We just communicate the way we see things. So if here and there I make a mistake or Tammy makes a mistake, we don't have to be crucified for it, right? So, I'm just,
my.
just putting it out there. It's just, you know, we present the way we see it. And so if we make a mistake here or there, or some of the leaders do, have grace, right? It's okay. It's okay. We make mistakes, but we carry on anyway. So I want to invite, do you have any questions for me about the Ready, Set, Go campaign? We said today was an introduction session just to kind of explain to you what it's about. Do you have any specific questions for me? Feel free to type it into the chat box now.
So I would like to say, Erika, just to clarify, it starts next week. It's 3 consecutive weeks. Each one of the trainings will be recorded. You will have access to them, so that there are people that cannot get on a live Zoom. Don't worry, we can send that off to them. They can get the process, so they know how to get started. They know who NewAge is, how to get started, how to make money, and how to build effectively a large distribution channel And so that's what that's going to be. Once that 3-week is done, Erika, will we be, that's a question actually I have, is will we be repeating that?
Yeah, so these recordings you will have access to all the time, and we might have to record it as we evolve, as the company puts out more and more information. We can always go back and do all of that. I just want you to know that once again, these trainings are designed for the new guy that started out with the boss. So I am not going to give in-depth training on the back office, Franco. I am sure corporate will be releasing in-depth training on that. That's a great question, and I will be the first one to sign up for that training. But most definitely, and I know Melton is organizing the correct speaker for this, but most certainly one of the topics, I think it's in the Go session, is on how to enroll somebody in the X office and how to just find your way on the NewAge app and website. So it won't be in-depth, Franco. I think you might require more in-depth training because you've been in the business more, but once again, we will provide a little bit of an overview. Right, is there a presentation video that will help with recruitment and the invite? Hey, Botumelo, yes, we did speak on that. Every Thursday, there will be a presentation video released on the training that specific Monday, and that will help you to invite and to recruit. If you have a new prospect that you think might benefit from this training, you are so welcome to invite them. This is an open training for all. If my group is not growing, what will this mean for me? Okay, that is an awesome question, Charmaine. And Charmaine is a brand new partner in Welcome in the Free State. Charmaine, if your group is not growing, this training will definitely benefit you because you're a brand new brand partner. The company is in transition and we're still in pre-launch. So this training will be ideal for you. And what's great about it, you will have access to the recording if you want to send it to new brand partners. But I think in your case, maybe having your own mindset and having your own information filed so that you can answer questions, most definitely, I believe you will benefit from this. Did we get all the questions, Tam? I
like Jared Brown's question. Who's saving up for the ultimate pack? This is exciting, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so exciting. Erika and I are like, we're going to go to Craig DeBrain. Actually, Jared, now that you're on this Zoom,
we can ask. Why don't we ask?
I would really like a pack of those products sent to Erika and I in the United States.
I believe
the sampling of what they are, because we are as anxious as you are to see them and to experience them. Really, do I hear an amen to this?
Jared, did Ed spotlight you?
He spotlight because we need a yes. We need the products ourselves, and we need. We want to unpack our products at the same time you guys are, and we plan on making that unboxing experience, I mean, to be something absolutely extraordinary, because that is your business, folks. That is the way that you will get people's attention, and you can talk. You don't have to be an expert, but you can talk about the hero's journey, you know, the 5 different focuses that we have. So really excited about that.
So Tam, while we have Jared on the spotlight here, Jared, thanks for joining us today. It's always good to see you and connect with you.
Absolute pleasure, guys. This is such a cool initiative that you're leading with.
Yeah, it's great and it's needed, right? But do you have any additional insights, tips, like something that you want to highlight maybe? We would love to hear from you.
I think that last question gave it away. You guys need to be saving up for ultimate, and that's just a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do what you can. Just the benefits are incredible, and really it's going to catapult your business once we launch and the product's available. So yeah, I think just keep that as a goal and just drive. We're nearly there. We're nearly at the, I wanted to say a finish line, but it's not a finish line. We're nearly at the starting gun.
That's right.
That's a good way to see it, right?
Yeah.
Tumelo had a good question, Jared. Maybe you want to answer it in a way that you find appropriate. Is there a price point for the packages?
Yeah, I'm sure I can give a rough price point.
With a disclaimer, it's a rough price point, right?
Yeah, so if we're just talking ballpark figures, we're looking at a member pack of around $30, give or take. So I mean that's a reasonable price point, yeah. 20 PV. Sorry, I'm just trying to jump back to some slides here. So yeah, that's really affordable to get into the business.
I believe it's 50 PV.
No, so member is 20 PV.
Members 20.
Yeah. Business 40.
40.
Elite 100 and ultimate is 200.
Yep. Awesome.
Ultimate 200 PV. Okay.
So of course that's, people's question I think will be, what is that amount in Rand? And I think I am not a person to speak on that, but I think that we've calculated once before, Erika, I think for the ultimate pack, but we have to remember, we don't really know what's in the ultimate pack yet. And we don't, all the good news about what they're doing for the ultimate pack, there's all kinds of special, it's going to be a wonderful pack. And so I know Jared probably can't go into all of that right now, but the price point, do you know what that is, Jared, in Rand? Is it like 3?
Yeah, so we can, a bit more. If we had to ballpark about $350.
350
for the
so around there.
Is that for the ultimate?
On the max, yeah.
On the ultimate pack, yes.
Okay, got it. You guys, that's incredible, Jared. And I thank you that we could just spotlight you. You're a big sport to
absolute pleasure, guys. Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Yeah, but the moral of the story is, I think this information is valuable to take to your teams to say, hey, start putting money aside, right? Let's get the word out. The packs have been put together. It's on their way. So I want to encourage you to not miss out and start saving. And Jared, I mean, in this business, excitement, and we've been waiting for so long, right? So just the excitement that people have in sharing this, sharing and doing the hype campaign, that says so much for the leadership and the people of Africa, right? So I want to maybe end this training. And Tams, I think we can park here. We have our 45 minutes, and this was just meant to be an introduction to Ready, Set, Go. But
absolutely. Let me jump in real quick. Jared, is there anything else? I think he was just about to say. Is there anything else that you would like to share, Jared?
Yes, I just wanted to congratulate you and everyone on this call, all the amazing leaders. We've just hit the 30,000 mark for enrollments in 2021. So put your hands up. That is huge. Yeah, I can tell you now that no other market has done this. So guys, just keep up the great work, and we can't wait to celebrate all your efforts.
Champagne for everyone.
Absolutely.
And if you sit here and you wonder, well, what does that mean to me? I want to tell you, it's about building a brand. It's about establishing a brand in a new market. As you establish and you build a brand, that is going to create momentum for you to ride and to build on within your own business. So a huge congratulations to all of you for putting all of that together. And thank you, Jared, to you and Craig and the rest of the team working so tirelessly. You guys are just awesome partners for us. We're excited.
Thank you. Thank you,
Well,
Erika.
of
We
course
appreciate
Africa
that.
is smoking it, Jared. I mean, Europe has nothing on South Africa.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
we
it, we
coming
have
for
a
pole
reputation.
position.
You know,
What we saw
Africa,
in Europe is going to, what happens in Africa and what happened, Europe will pale. They will pale in comparison to what is going to happen in Africa. Mark my words. I know it to be true, and it's going to happen. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to happen on your watch. It's going to happen, and we are going to see this movement explode throughout South Africa. And 30,000, let's add a couple more zeros to that, because those are the lives that are going to be changed, the families that are going to be changed. And remember, you are on the ground level of this.
Yes.
Don't ever forget the opportunity that you have been given in this. It's absolutely, it's humbling, it's extraordinary, it's amazing, and it's worthy. It's worthy of your attention and your energy. So thank you so much, Jared. I just had to, you can't, I gotta talk, people talk about Europe, I'm talking about SA. I want, hey, come
Go,
on.
Tammy, go.
Contender.
I just want to end off, you
That's
guys. I have
amazing.
2 very important facts for everybody that is not in South Africa that is on the Zoom. Number 1, South Africa has the reputation for having the most beautiful women in the world. I'm just saying.
I think it's true.
It's true. Oh, some of them are on the Zoom.
Absolutely.
I can see that. And then secondly, you guys, well, this is a wrap, but I want to invite you, our one and only Griekse boertjie, Nick Papas, will be doing a training tomorrow on back to basics, and that will be at 8 p.m. SA time. So keep your eyes open for Nick's flyers on that. Nick is just passionate about getting the basics in order as a foundation. And so we look forward, you guys, to Thursday's Prospecting Zoom. We have the one and only amazing, you do not want to miss this guy's story. His name is James Zeng. James is one of the top earners, but one of the most humble and most sincere servant leaders I've ever come across. So James will be on this coming Thursday. And then next week, Monday, it's ready, set, let's go, Africa. Love all of you so very much. Take care, you guys.
Have a beautiful evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.